is called Big Cats. So what do you guys know about big cats? Can you name any big cats? What's a big cat that you know?
A cheetah.
A cheetah, just name one. So a cheetah. What else do you know?
A hyena.
A hyena. Well, a hyena was in our book, but our hyena isn't a big cat. It's more kind of like a dog. We'll read more about why our hyena is in our book in a little bit, though. So that's really good. I'm glad you noticed that. What else? What's another big cat?
A leopard.
A leopard. That's so right. What else did we see?
A cheetah.
A cheetah and what else?
Wow, those good. But this one is it's bobcat.
Yeah, some bobcats.
Yeah, it goes in. When I was at Williamsburg, they call it a bobcat.
Yeah,
Sometimes because they really have bobcats.
I agree.
Yeah, coats that have bobcats and all that.
Very cool.
They just with art they said we have to make bobcats as fun as we go.
Yeah, well, we're going to learn some more about some big cats, but it looks like you girls know a little bit about a lot of different things. So today we're going to be reading a lot about a cheetah in our book. Did you guys know that cheetahs can run up to 70 miles an hour? That's as fast as if your parents were driving a car on the highway. And we'll get to that in just a little bit. So cheetahs can run really, really fast. So we're going to read about a mama cheetah who hunts and gets food for her family. Is there a question for that?
Cheetahs, they don't run, they run fast, but it doesn't last long
That's
because
right.
after they keep running fast and hunting and that stuff, they gotta slow down
They
because
do.
they're wasting all the energy.
They do. They use all their energy and get really tired. So let's go ahead and start reading in our story. Let's open up to our title page and let's read our title. So we know our title pages. Let's go down here to our title page right here. So we're going to read Big Cats. Big Cats. Awesome. So turn to the next page. This is called our contents page. So if I wanted to learn more about how to investigate cats, I would go to page 4. But if I wanted to look at the glossary and find out what a word means, if I come to a hard word that I haven't seen before, I would go to page 26. So I think that would be a good thing to do before we start reading. Go ahead and find your glossary in your story, because that can be really helpful when we're reading a non-fiction story or a story about things that are true. So your glossary would be in the very back of your book, and then you're going to turn one page back over. So go to the very back, and you'll find your glossary. One page. There you go. There's your glossary, because that is really good for readers to use before reading a nonfiction story, because sometimes those stories have words in them that we have not heard before. So our first word right here is camouflage. Can you guys all point to that word? Camouflage. So that says to hide or blend in with surroundings. So surroundings means the things that are around you. So if we look at some of our big cats as we read, we'll see that they have different spots and different colors that help them hide if they're trying to hunt. Let's look at our next word. We'll ask some questions again at the end, okay? So food chain, that's right. So a group of living things linked together because each one feeds on the one below it in the chain. So our food chain is just the animals that feed or eat each other to help be alive. And humans are at the very top of the food chain because there's not animals that eat us, are there? We don't have to worry about that. Our next word is litter. Can you guys point to that word? And it's kind of circled there and shows a picture. So a litter is a group of baby animals, such as cubs, which would be born to maybe lions or leopards, born at the same time to the mother. So a litter is just a group of baby animals born at the same time. So it shows us some jaguar cubs right down there. Those are pretty cute. All right, so then we have predator. Does somebody want to read that definition for us? Predator?
An animal that hunts and eats other animals.
So an animal that hunts and eats other animals. And then prey. Do I have a friend who can help me out with that one? Can you read that one?
Prey an animal that is hunting and eaten by other animals.
Perfect. So so it's an animal that's eaten by other animals as prey. We'll ask some questions again in a minute. And then stalk, our last word. Would you like to read that one?
Yeah, well, it's the hunt and it's slow and quiet quick.
So that's how big cats hunt. They're very slow and quiet usually. Sometimes, like she said, our cheetah will run once it gets really close. But before they do that, they stop where they hide in tall grass or behind trees so that they can catch their prey. So let's go ahead and turn to the page where we would begin reading. So we'll go all the way back to the front of our story, and we'll be at our contents page, and then we'll turn one more page. And would you like to read our first paragraph, Asia, since I haven't had you read yet?
And you house cat
Roar. So no, house cats cannot roar. Only big cats such as lions can roar. Since we're in school, we can do some soft roars. You guys want to make some quiet lion roars? We can go. Because big cats roar, but a little house cat wouldn't. All right, so read with me here. Let's see if we can all read together. But all cats are alike in some ways. They are all hunters or predators. Let's stop right here really quick. Let's stop right here at that bold word that we see. What does predators mean again? Who remembers?
Predators are animals that go and hunt other animals.
Yes, they go and hunt other animals. Perfect. So let's keep reading. We're at the word wild. Go ahead and put your finger on that word wild. So wild cats must hunt and eat other animals for food. Perfect. Go ahead and turn to our next page. All right. Wild big cats are at the top of their food chain. So we talked about the food chain. It's the order in which other animals eat other animals. So wild big cats are at the top of the food chain. They don't really have to worry about predators trying to eat them. All right, so it says, we're on the word 5 now. 5 kinds of cats are in the big cat family. They hunt in special ways. Look at the chart to compare big cats. All right, so over here we have a chart, and it says that there's 5 types of big cats. So we see our headings up here say the name of each kind of big cat. So let's go around the circle and we can each read one name. So I'll start. So the first one is leopard. Now you can go ahead. What's the next one?
Lion,
All right. Go ahead.
cheetah,
All right. Go ahead, Alicia.
tiger,
Tiger. Mhm.
jaguar.
Jaguar. So those are our 5 types of big cats. So our chart here tells us lots of different things. We'll ask some questions at the end, okay? We'll ask them at the end. So it tells us how long they are. Can you keep your shirt on for me?
Yeah.
I know it's a little chilly in here. It's okay though. It tells us how much they weigh, if we want to learn about that. It says the word territory. Everybody find that word territory that's under each of those big cats in our chart. So that word territory means where they live. So they might live in Africa or Asia is where a leopard lives. But if we come over here to tiger, where does it say that tigers live? Where